Henry Ford once said, "Anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young." At the Center for Modern Aging Princeton, we believe that lifelong learning is not just a pastime. It is the heartbeat of vitality, curiosity, and connection. From thought-provoking lectures to skill-building workshops, from the arts to technology, our lifelong learning programs open minds, strengthen community, and prove it's never too late to discover something new. The heartbeat and the hallmark of our lifelong learning program is the renowned Evergreen Forum. For 25 years, the Evergreen Forum has sparked ideas, challenged perspectives, and built friendships that span generations. Built on the bold vision of early leaders like Carolyn Wilson and Judith Pinch, and the humble foundation of 40 learners in 4 courses. The Evergreen Forum has grown into a vibrant learning community of over 600 participants in 25 or more courses each season. Whether it's diving into philosophy, exploring new technology, investigating medical frontiers, or unlocking hidden talents, our programs remind us that learning has the power to spark curiosity, open doors, and transform lives at every age.
Lifelong learning has taken an extraordinary journey in the last few years. The pandemic changed a lot. We had to switch completely virtual. And in order to do so, a lot of people had to learn a lot of things very quickly. And after the world opened back up again, we still have participants who wanted to attend things virtually. And we wanted participants who wanted to come back in person and were desperate to get back into the classroom. So for us, it was really important to have spaces and classes that could do both. And we designed the Nancy S. Kloss Center for Lifelong Learning to be able to do that, to be a hybrid space.
In the Evergreen Forum, I've taken many classes. I've taken several, the history of Scotland, which reminded me of the time when I went to Scotland with my family. So it's been wonderful to, from my perspective, to learn so much. And to be able to see other points of view that maybe I would not have seen before. We are so lucky and so fortunate to have so much right at our fingertips.
Well, lifelong learning seems to be a popular topic these days. But Evergreen Forum, I think, offers a very special kind of education. Our classes are 2 hours long. Our courses are 4 to 8 weeks in length. And we don't do how-to courses. We do intellectual-type courses, college-type courses. And I think that's a very special offering. And I think once people get to know how high caliber the courses are and how qualified our instructors are, they will become avid fans of Evergreen Forum. And in fact, we have people who come year after year and sign up for multiple courses.
I find the community of the Evergreen Forum to be a delightful community, and the intellectual stimulation. I'm an attorney by profession. I find the Evergreen Forum intellectual stimulation to be even better than the law school stimulation, although maybe I don't remember it so well because it was a long time ago. But I think those two features are really the paramount virtues. Wonderful community and great intellectual stimulation. I think there's a wonderful variety and diversity in the courses, and I'm just looking forward for that to continue and grow.
I'm a sociologist, and I worked at Educational Testing Service my whole career, and our whole mission was to improve education and measurement. So this just continues that sort of interest in lifelong learning.
I hope that this a feeling is this what CMAP has to offer has really expanded, and it's very vigorous, it's very broad, and I hope that will continue. I think there is something for everybody.
I enjoy it because I learned something at which I knew nothing, and it's a way to keep up with what's going on, and it keeps my brain growing. I don't think I have a good source for keeping up with what's new, especially in technology. And this way, it's presented to me and I can keep up with what's going on. For instance, I would have had no way of knowing what artificial intelligence is all about, but I've learned about that from a couple of courses at Evergreen.
Princeton is just hog heaven for me because all my life I've loved studying intellectual things, and then here the Evergreen Forum offers all that, and there are other people that love that too. And in fact, I used to laugh and say when we stood in line, we'd all have our backpacks and purses and get there early. I have had so much fun with Evergreen. And Robert Noel is teaching one this year, so we're still having all this fun. Thank you so much, Evergreen.
We now have a little tagline, the Evergreen Forum, a lifelong learning community. And we constantly reach out into new domains of knowledge and into new communities. Well, this is a model that works really well. People, I don't know if you talked to any of the folks who came today to the open house, but they're very enthusiastic. I mean, people came up to my table and said, I want to take all the classes. People come because they want to learn, and they want to meet people. And, you know, this is a very successful model for doing that.
The Evergreen Forum is a really high-quality program with volunteer professors and experts in their field. My family has taken advantage and takes advantage of those programs in music and art and literature. And what I see is that as people become more involved and younger people age and become active at the center, hopefully people will open up and provide a foundation for the staff here so that the center really becomes a Center for Modern Aging of Princeton.
My hopes for the future are that we have additional classroom space so that we can offer additional classes, and that our reach to the community expands, particularly into communities of color. So we're working on that. I know that the Evergreen Forum is working on that, and that's a goal of CMAP as well, and I think CMAP has had some success in doing that.
Well, I have a vision for the future of lifelong learning. I see the Evergreen Forum as a national product to be sold or licensed to senior centers throughout the country and perhaps the world.
If you've never attended a class of the Evergreen Forum, give it a whirl. There are so many possible classes you could take, and there are different days of the week, different times of the day, and we make it possible to find something most people will enjoy.
I want everybody here to have a great time tonight. It's a wonderful, wonderful organization that appreciates the work of staff and volunteers. It's an example of excellence.
The Evergreen Forum began as an idea, but it became a movement that has shaped who we are as the Center for Modern Aging Princeton, a community where lifelong learning helps older adults thrive, building connections, purpose, and joy at every stage of life. So tonight, we celebrate 25 years of the Evergreen Forum. We give thanks for steering committee members who shape the curriculum and make the Evergreen Forum possible. We give thanks for instructors who volunteer their time and their talent to create classrooms that cultivate curiosity. And we also celebrate tonight Visionary leaders like Albert Stark, whose passion, generosity, time, and talent has shaped CMAP and empowered us to become the organization we are today. It was Albert's leadership of the board that transformed our organization from a small entity funded primarily by contracts and grants into a thriving community nonprofit that garnered the philanthropic support from individual donors, community foundations, and corporate partners. Corporate partners like Penn Medicine Princeton Health, who we also celebrate tonight. For more than 2 decades, our friends at Penn Medicine Princeton Health have not only shared through their corporate philanthropic giving as annual sponsors, but they have become stalwart partners in our mission to help older adults thrive by their offering of clinics and courses and community leadership to help the older adults that we serve together. We also celebrate tonight each and every one of you, our donors, our participants, our volunteers who make our work possible, our community partners and friends. It is because of your generosity that lifelong learning at the Center for Modern Aging Princeton is not just an idea, but a lived reality. A reality that enriches older adults and strengthens our entire community. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.